Hi, Philip from TW White & Sons. We've just taken in this beautiful Vauxhall Insignia 2.0 CDTi 16 valve 160 PS SRi Nav in silver metallic. Two owner car, done 57,000 miles. We'll clarify the miles in a minute, but really high spec, in great condition. Beautiful condition paintwork. It's got alloy wheels. Really well spec car, rear parking sensors, huge boot area here with 60/40 split rear seat system and some sort of ski hatch there in the centre. If you lift here, all the pump kits there. There's enough room to take a space saver spare wheel here, but the previous owners kept everything all nicely present. Car will require a service, which we'll be doing to it. It's got a complete and full service history with this Vauxhall franchise service history, and a great car to drive. Plenty of power with a 160 PS engine and very fuel efficient. Great car and a great spec and real value for money. Looking inside the car, you've got this really hard wearing grey cloth interior showing minimal signs of wear. Extends across that cloth to the door cards. You have electric windows here, electric door mirrors as well. And sitting inside the car, first thing you come to is auto lights, front and rear fog lamps, panel light, rear stat, headlamp levelling. Such a good specification car. Just start it. Needs to have its engine oil changed, which we will be doing. But just a great spec. Here in the centre you've got tachometer, very clear, very easy laid out. So tachometer on the left hand side, speedo on the right hand side, temperature gauge and fuel gauge. Here you've got your cruise control. On the right hand side, integrated Bluetooth with voice control, volume controls, etc. And beyond here, your wiper stalks, front and rear wipers and wash wipe. And here your central menu screen there and indicators and flash. So if I press the menu button, it should change this, which it does. Navigation, the lot. And you can see 56,102 miles. This particular car is fitted with satellite navigation. It's got FM AM radio. And it's got a great little feature here, configure. So you can easily, what I like about Vauxhall, things are quite simple. So you can toggle the switch down to whatever setting that you want. You just press that, and for example, you're looking day night mode, automatic mode for the lights, etc. Just going back to configure, vehicle settings is what I wanted. Yes, there we are. So you can go through stuff like climate and air quality, comfort settings, exterior ambient lighting, power door locks, restore factory settings, all of this sort of stuff. So let's go into chime volume. That's all to do with warning volumes, etc. Back to configure, date and time, radio settings, phone settings, back to vehicle settings. It's very simple. So you can essentially tailor make this car or individualize this car to your own individual tastes. Satellite navigation, press destination, gives us the alert, enter the address. It's got this very useful POIs, points of interest. Let's just go back to that. So for example, view current position if you wanted to find a petrol station, which we'll probably need. It comes up with the relevant petrol stations here, and you just navigate to it. So we now know that our nearest petrol station to our West Byfleet is Oyster Lane, less than a quarter of a mile away, just a tad over a quarter of a mile away. And so back to radio, and it's on heart. CD aux, phone controls, it's all very simple here in the centre, very easily laid out. You've got traction control there, and of course beneath here you've got your air conditioning system, climate control. You just hit auto, dial in the temperature you want. In this case it's 22, and it will direct the air for you, and adjust the fan settings according to the internal temperature of the vehicle. You can of course come off auto if you wish, just by going into these mode buttons like so. Demist, heated rear window, fan speeds, very clear. Reset button or taking air from the outside. Really well spec car. You got main navigation wheel here for your screen up there. It's probably safer to use this as you're driving along rather than be fiddling about here. You can drive along and easily see what you're controlling. Audio, nav, phone controls, destination. It's got the electronic handbrake, and it's got this cup holders here, central armrest, and it's got, I don't know if you can see this, a little USB and aux facility here. Plug your phone straight in. So really great spec. 6-speed manual box. These cars drive really well, and what's really impressive about this vehicle is its detailed level of service history. So you can see what's been done when servicing right the way through with Vauxhall, which is really nice. 17, 18, 19, 2016, 2015, right the way back to when it's new, 2020, and it was last serviced by Vauxhall at 54,169 miles on the 30th of January 21. So it's going to be due another service. But what's brilliant about it is that it's a sort of consecutive service history, all very well detailed right the way back, which you can see there. So a really great service history. The previous owners really looked after this car. It comes with, as I've said, navigation. You've got cruise control, you've got electric windows, electric door mirrors. It's powered by a 160 PS engine, so there's plenty of fuel economy, plenty of power. Power to weight ratio is excellent on this. Just a really nicely finished, value for money vehicle, which will last somebody years if looked after properly. These are just such strong sellers, these Insignias, and a great spec, SRi specification, and lovely that it comes with this level of the service history. That counts for so much when you're buying a pre-owned vehicle. And they've kept everything here, like there's a nav SD card for enacting the nav, and also here they've kept, I think this is to do with your locking wheel nut bolts in there. So really great to see that the previous owners taken the time and the trouble to keep all of this together, and that's a credit to them. Came in part exchange. They bought another vehicle off us, and that other vehicle, be nice to receive that back in 2 years or 3 years time in as good condition as this vehicle's been in. We will take any vehicle in part exchange. Our showrooms are open 7 days a week. We do full funding facilities, and our part exchange prices are just as competitive, if not more so, than the national company advertising on television. So if you need to find out more about this vehicle, please go onto our website, which is www.twhiteandsons.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching.